Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43. Ready.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Ready. Set, hut. 45, one. Hey, blue. Set.
Now Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because now to draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field, now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Here we go. 33, yellow. Hut.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did.
Here we go. Set. Yellow. 20. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL. You
have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready. Smith, red. Swing. Right. 95. Ready.
Another tote for ETN. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Let's go. Set, cut.
A play fake. Now Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If they have 3 tight ends in that formation, that's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll give to Barkley out of the gun. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and set it for field goals.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Down.
Young is set to throw. Out route here, going to Hunt. He's got it. He's still on his feet. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete. You look at this Carolina defense, and they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Throwing is Hurts. And he is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A first down carry for Barkley. They'll get this down to the 38. Well, you think about what it's taken to get to this point. The Giants and the Jets, obviously historic franchises, shared the stadium for years, never felt fully right. Well, now you got 2 New York teams with 2 different homes. And this team in Brooklyn, I'll tell you what, walking in, seeing the excitement on the fans' faces, they are ready to embrace a team here in Brooklyn. And this should be a fun experience to watch unfold. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question will they get. They'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! John Mechie, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Black Knights 14, Panthers 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left.
Set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Let's go now. Quick, yellow, black, ready.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
ETN up the middle. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go. Set.
Young off the play fake. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Zach Boyd with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we're going to be successful in this one.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 3rd and 6.
Easy, 60.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black 40. Right, 97. Ready.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Ready. 33. Yellow.
Third down, Young from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Running out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out. And he'll get out to the 43-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Young from the shotgun. His throw incomplete. Tommy Trimble, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. To throw, Young. He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, Young loses it. It's going the other way. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Hurts. And Complete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Got a man, that's Ligon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Second down in the yard.
Josh, 17.
At the 38-yard line.
Ready?
Off the play fake, Young. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 13-yard line.
Young off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready?
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Young. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Deebo Samuel from 19 yards away. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Panthers 14.
Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out.
Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Black Knights come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Black Knights 37, Panthers 14. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Brown now to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Ready, set.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Black, 95.
Throwing, Young. That one complete to Legal. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Ready, set.
Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Young. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Through the middle of the field. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Set, ready. Yellow, 22. Ready?
Hubbard. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Ready. 52 blue. Ready.
Hubbard again. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panthers score. Chuba Hubbard. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Great, set. 180, 180.
They'll go to Barkley again. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a 3rd and 6.
No touch.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
2nd and 10.
No touch.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the Brooklyn first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. Open man down the field. That's Ligon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? When they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right down the brink, aren't they?
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Good. Set.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
He's got a man, complete. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Xavier Legette from 21 yards away. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
Ready.
Will line up for the
Blue,
2-point
32.
conversion.
Set.
And that's caught at the 2. Now he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer. There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 73 yards. And the Black Knights are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Knights 44, Panthers 29. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Come on, ready?
Now Young. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Young to throw it. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Makuba. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A.J. Brown, 36 yards. And the Black Knights are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 40. Cut, cut.
Young now. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going for it, here's ETN. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're around the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Ready?
Young working out of the gun. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
245 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here is third down and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Young to throw. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Good gain there on 1st down. And keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
On 3rd down, Barkley. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys.